welcome to our podcast. My name is Olga.
Hi, I'm Karen, and our podcast is called What the Hell?
Are we well?
And we're going to find that out over the
Who
length of these
knows?
podcasts. Are we well? With today's episode, this is our second episode, and I put together a playlist for Olga and for our audience. So there's the playlist is embedded. There's a link to the playlist, and you can, if you'd like, you can play it, play the music now and listen while we talk about and dissect some of these songs.
That's so
So
sweet. Thank you.
yeah, it's
Thank
my
you so much.
mixtape to you
Thank you so
with
much.
lots of love. And listen, this is not the only music I love. You know, we both have a big inventory, and you know, where do we start? Where do we end? It's just what's resonating today with me. And you know, as we know, music brings up so much emotion, memories. It can elevate, you know, lift up, open up the doors for your endorphins.
Right.
It can also make you sad, right?
Yeah, totally. Like that
Um,
Radiohead song that you have on there.
oh, I can't wait to get to that.
Hmm.
Olga and I share a lot of music that we love, that we send to one another, or I'll be in a yoga class with her and I'll listen to her play. I'm moving to a playlist she put together and I'm like, send that to me. Send that to me. By the way, I'm still waiting for those playlists for you
Oh,
to
really?
send
No,
them
I
to
love
me.
it. That's a
But
shock.
yeah, and sometimes, you know, there's music that I'm playing that she might like, or she's kind of curious or like, not her jam.
Well,
So
yeah, not everything, right? You're not gonna
yeah,
like, you certainly don't like a lot of the things that I like, but that's fine. But we also love a lot of the things. So there's
yeah.
always gonna be that overlap.
And then we were talking about artists, right? The artists in terms of, you know, when they write music, how that connects us to whatever's going on in today's
Political
society, environment.
political
Um,
landscape.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I did a little bit of research and you know, the Bob Dylan movie just came out last year with Timothy Chalamet. Woody Guthrie played a big role and was a big influence to Bob Dylan. And he wrote This Land Is Your Land. And he did that as a counterpoint to God Bless America.
Mm.
Yeah, because he felt that coming out of the 1940s, coming out of the Depression, or being part of the Depression still, perhaps, it was too hopeful, too optimistic, too much that you know everything was great, and so he wanted to account for poverty and for people. Also, I read was that you know calling it this is land is your land, this land is our land. Native Americans
May find
weren't,
that suspect.
yeah, they weren't happy. They weren't
Yeah, of
happy
course.
because that was their land, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, it's interesting the triggers that music can,
Evoke.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Thank you. And we can go down the list we wanted to of different artists and music they put out there that, again, just hit on today's moment and can kind of encapsulate what we're all feeling through a song. But maybe we'll throw some of that out there, some of the songs that I've come across and that you have. But I want to get into the music.
Okay. Great. Sounds
Okay.
good.
All right. So what do I have? What do I have? So I got Creep, Radiohead Creep to kick it off with. And I think this song for me, it's just, yeah, it gives you that longing, that ache, that am I good enough? You know, do I belong? And I don't know, should we celebrate that too, though? I mean, should we celebrate the fact that people are feeling like outsiders? But I guess we all feel that way from time to time.
And I think particularly like for me, when this was written,
Hmm.
this was in my high school days, I would say.
Yeah, it was written
Yeah, yeah.
1992.
So in my high school days, and I did sing this with my band that we performed at in
Curious. I'm
New Rochelle,
curious.
New York. I would sing this with so much emotion. I
Give me
remember.
give me a little example. Can you give me a lyric out there?
It's the last. It's the last few, but it would be really loud. But I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. So I think that like a lot of teens, college age people, and
Oh,
even
I think
like this is like an anthem. But
yeah. I mean, it
We
definitely
do. We
is.
do belong here.
It
You know,
is.
that's
And, that's that phrase, what the hell am I doing here?
right.
What the hell am I doing here?
Yeah. Seriously. And we can all feel that sense of unworthiness.
And
Even
yeah,
I know for me, I can feel that still to this day in my bad brain, right? There's two sides of the brain. There's the
mhm.
brain that's like well, I always like say there's that side of my brain that's telling me like, great, you're fine. And then I can walk into a room and I can have the dialogue of like, what am I doing here? Or it's like, of course I'm supposed to be here,
Of course,
right?
you're supposed to
But
be
that
here.
comes
And
with
that's
time,
it comes with maturity, it comes with
right?
time.
Totally.
And yeah, and so your point that this is geared towards maybe
You,
teenage
yeah,
angst.
yeah,
It is. But
totally.
I can walk into a certain store on Madison Avenue and say, "What the hell am I doing here? I don't
Right,
belong here."
right.
That goes through my head, and I kind of
Or
like,
when you first came to New York, or whatever the
yeah,
things are.
yeah,
It just
yeah.
evokes that feeling.
Well, hopefully, people are taking a deep dive and playing this as we're talking. But the next song we're coming into is one of my favorite artists. And he's got a big bro following. So it's strange that I love him. And I don't know, that's strange. He's got the most magnetic, soulful sound for me, Dave Matthews Band. And the song is Space Between. And if you listen to that song, it's really about to me, a long-term relationship and the wicked lies we tell. He says that in there, the wicked lies we tell, and that we find ourselves back. We can come back into the space between is where we find ourselves. So it does have hope too. We went to a concert of his.
We did, yeah.
Hmm.
We
It
did.
was crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
It was crazy.
Men,
So many men.
so many like,
We were the minorities
yeah. We were minorities in a lot of
in many
ways.
ways. Yeah.
Yeah, he is. I think he's a great performer. The way he, as you said, soulful. I feel like Post Malone, if I was to compare it now, has a similar vibe.
Yeah,
Really,
you're just like
but
witnessing these
yeah,
raw emotions. You can see it in their face and their movement, and
intensity.
it's yeah, the
Yeah,
intensity. Have a listen to that, and then we're going to move into George Michael, "Praying for Time." And Olga just reminded me that he's Greek.
he is Greek.
I didn't
He
know
is
this.
Greek.
My own real name? Yeah. Somebody told me you were going to try and say this, but I don't believe them, because my real name is Yorgos Kyriago Banayotou. It sounds like George Michael can say it really quickly. Yeah.
Didn't know this.
He's Greek, and he also did so much for the LGBTQI
Well,
plus community.
he's been a great activist. And the song "Praying for Time" that I've been listening to for decades, I stopped and I had to pause and I had to look at the lyrics and read the lyrics. And I'm like, wow, I've been playing this song for so many years. And I didn't realize he wrote this in response to being in New York City and witnessing the homeless. So some of the lyrics are like, the rich declare themselves poor. I, kind of
Kind of what's
like
going on now.
today.
Yeah. And he also, I love that whole album, and I
Mm,
never really listened to that
such a
song as
good
much.
album.
And when I was listening to it, I was like, oh, wow, he is kind of talking about what's going on now. So there's a cycle, right, that happens in America in particular, maybe around the world.
Around the world. I mean, it's history.
Yeah,
It's
for sure.
history.
And he talks about like basically materialism and
Hmm.
like what is really important and like where is our moral compass at.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Yeah.
getting out of it.
I mean, we're fucking humans. Again, one of the artists that went out there and had his voice heard, even though some of us, like me, I didn't know what he was saying.
No,
Have to pay a little bit more attention to the lyrics.
another beautiful
Yeah.
melody. His
His
singing's
whole,
it's
yeah.
gorgeous.
It's that whole
it's so nice.
album is amazing.
It is.
It really is. I mean, another one for
And
you.
then I think he also that was the other thing. He weren't there those T-shirts at that time.
Choose life.
Choose life,
Mhm.
and those were uh, talking about choosing life with respect to like not war.
Yeah.
It's kind of amazing.
Yeah. But so far, 3 has It's a home run. Let's move on to the fourth.
Right.
And this is, I know this is an artist you're not as familiar with. It's Elvis Costello. Love
Right.
Elvis Costello. He was
No
my
idea.
jam, growing up. Not growing up, I was young, in my 20s. He was part of the British movement coming here in the 80s. So he has an 80s quality sound. He's got many. Allison, I love, but I selected Every Day I Write the Book. And, it's all about a love letter, a book. It's a book, not a love letter. It's a book writing to a woman that was not as enthusiastic, I think, about him. And he writes it out in verses and chapters, including that throughout the song. So I
Yeah, he
think that's
seemed to
really
be
cool.
chasing a little, and she would like kind of give him a little. It's like she would like breadcrumb him a little bit, and then like maybe, and then she would be like back to dodging him.
Yeah.
It seemed like
It did. And so if you listen to the
a little
song, it talks,
uppity.
it starts
Yeah.
like in chapter one. Chapter one, I think it says, I fell in love with you. Um, and then he goes through it, chapter two, chapter three, chapter four, and then he talks about paragraphs and typewriters and pens. So it's kind of a cool way to get your thoughts out as if you're writing a book, but you're singing it. He wrote the song Every Day I Write the Book. Um, and it's basically pleading or trying to get this girlfriend, woman that he's really interested in, that's not reciprocating quite the same enthusiasm that he is. And so he writes it like a book. He says, chapter one, we really didn't get along. Chapter two, I think I fell in love with you. Chapter three, but you were up to your old tricks. And chapter four, five, and six.
She seemed like a spicy woman.
Yeah, she seemed a little bit like, stringing
She's
them
playing
along a
games.
little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
playing games.
Yeah.
How often does that happen? A lot.
A lot.
I feel like
A lot. Yeah. I just love the way it's written like a book. He talks about the lyrics, he talks about the typewriter, the pen, and it's not being reciprocal in terms of what he's putting out there from her. So, did you listen to that one?
I did listen to it.
What'd you think of him?
Um,
It's hard to get used to a new artist,
no. I was kind of indifferent, if I'm gonna be real. Like it was
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
It was fine.
Yeah.
It was cool to listen to. Would I listen to it over and over again? No.
Maybe do you know Daryl Hall and Oates?
Have I heard of them? Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I know a couple
Okay.
songs, I think.
Well, Rich Girl. You're a rich girl.
Yeah, I
Gone
think
too far.
there are. I mean, I'm gonna.
Sarah Smiles.
No, there's another one. There's another Hall & Oates that I think is more.
Yeah, there's tons of
Yeah,
Hall
yeah,
and
yeah.
Oates. Maybe we'll come back to that. For me, Elvis Costello, that's who I was going to concerts at the time in my 20s, seeing him, Tom Petty, again, Hall and Oates, that whole genre. And then I threw in a twist here. I love movie soundtracks, the scores of movies. And so the piano with Holly Hunter, which is way back in the day, they have this beautiful, beautiful music by Michael Nyman.
It was beautiful. I loved it. I was driving. I was vibing. Very easy to listen to. It made the drive pleasant.
It's just all piano. It's all piano, and you just feel like moving when it's being played. It's so beautiful. So I threw out another song in there. I don't know if you listened to that, Cha Cha Cha.
I did.
Yeah,
it was catchy.
It's very catchy.
Right.
They have 12 instruments. There's 12 instruments in that song.
Really?
Yeah, the conga, the bongos.
There was a lot of little drum.
Yeah,
beats,
cowbell, maracas,
right.
ukulele.
I wonder
and they even have a harpsichord.
I didn't even read about that artist. Can I ask you a question? What would the genre be? Do you know?
Well, it's Latin music, Spanish music. Yeah, so it's contemporary. But it's maybe a little akin to like the Gypsy Kings.
Okay.
Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like him. And then, I
Have our girl, everybody's girl.
Yeah,
Well, not
Taylor
really.
Swift. I know, maybe, I
Not
don't know.
really. A lot of
Don't know
people
where we're going with
show
Taylor
a lot
Swift
of hate,
anymore.
but
Yeah. Yeah, my daughter used to listen to Taylor Swift all the time. I took her to a concert. I kind of knew the music, but didn't know it.
there's a lot of songs that I love by Taylor. And I like
I
Taylor.
do too. And so the first one
No
that I really
haters.
came to love, though, was Lover. I think when it was developing, she was a bit, I think the lyrics are lovely. It's an erstwhile romance. Um,
I love her voice in it.
yeah, I
I love her
mean,
voice, the richness of the
I
voice.
do too. I put this particular song actually on a Vinyasa Flow playlist because I thought it flowed so well. But I do. I love her music. I love that, she writes about relationships because I think everyone can relate.
Yeah, and I love that she also one of she's stood up politically um, over the years. I don't know that she's doing it so much right now, but she has over the years, and I think that's
Over the years, yeah, she has. I mean, I think she's probably
scared.
who knows, but yeah, I
Yeah,
think she's become
threats.
so big,
Right.
and the death threats to the degree that if you seen her before, she used to go to her fiance's
Games
games
and
and be
now,
wide
right.
open. Now they have to put up a wall or,
Crazy.
because it's death threats. This is where we live today. This is, I mean, that and guns. I mean, we can take a turn here, but
Unbelievable.
I know.
Unbelievable. But there are so many artists that are doing, speaking out through
Yeah.
songs. So,
Yeah. No, absolutely to today. Um, Green Day.
right.
Green Day's been doing a lot of that. Bruce Springsteen, Taylor Swift. She's had the highest grossing uh, revenue, music tour. I mean, coming out with Eras.
Unbelievable how much people were paying for those tickets.
I
It's
know, I paid.
wild. I know.
I
And I know a
paid.
lot of people that did.
Yeah.
Or people were like trying to get them in different. I think my sister and my niece went to see them.
See her?
So see her. My niece and my sister went to see her in like Philly. They drove to Philly or somewhere.
Yeah. I went to
Uh,
Canada to see her.
Wild.
It was at the tail end and I was missing out.
Was it just because like there was no tickets anywhere?
There
Like
were
why were
no,
people
well,
traveling?
it had to do with my schedule
Travel. Okay.
too, and that was like the best time I could do it. But it was well worth it. And then we know philanthropically how much money she was giving back to every city, every country. I think it was mostly related to food banks and things like that. But you have to hand that to her.
Of course, love that. It's funny because it seems like a lot of women are doing that. Look at Billie Eilish. She gave away $11.2 million. And what is her net worth? Like about 50, they say?
Yeah.
50, $11.2 million. So a fifth of her network. And at the same time, she has Mark Zuckerberg in the crowd and she's calling out billionaires. And she said there are other people here that
That
could give
can,
more.
yeah. I mean, shame on you if you're not doing it. I'm sorry.
Right.
Being a billionaire is, I don't know. I'm not one, so.
But I love that she does that.
Yeah.
I love that she called him out and she said it. That was courageous for her to say that. She's how old? 24-year-old woman, something like that. I don't even know how old she is, but she's
Well,
courageous enough to stand up, say something in
because
front of a group of people, and that's it.
she sees it. I mean, the disparity again. I think we talked about that last time, but it's hard to see people struggling the way they are. Gosh, can we come back to the music a little bit? For this is Olga. This is how we
I'm
are
deep.
together.
That is just how
We
it's gonna
will
be.
just,
Sorry.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. But
You wanted to do this together.
little stay on point. I'm going to skip over to Patti Smith, Dancing Barefoot.
Okay.
I mean, a phenomenal song. It was on Daisy Jones and the Six,
Oh,
Daisy
yeah.
Jones. And I love that because I've loved Patti Smith from the 80s. And, she's still out there performing. I just heard her on a podcast too with Ezra Klein because she's also a poet. So they were talking about books and what she read. And she was talking about being in New York at the time. She has that book, The Kids, not The Kids Are All Right, The Kids something, just Kids with Robert Mapplethorpe, where they lived in the Chelsea Hotel the same time that Janis Joplin was there.
Oh, wow.
Hmm.
So cool.
By the way, she had a date with Sam Shepard too. She didn't know who he was, and she was having dinner with him, and her friends came by. And Sam Shepard is this great playwright for people that don't know who he is. He's been in hundreds of movies as well. But her friend said after they were like, "You were out to dinner with Sam Shepard," and she's like, "Oh, who is that?
Who is it?
Who is he? What do you mean? Who
That's
is
the
he?"
best way, though. No,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
cannot be so impressed.
Wonder what it was like to be.
In that time, in those places.
Okay, I've got a song here that I think this is your jam.
Is it? Why do you think?
All the Stars,
I just love both of
Kendrick
them.
Lamar and SZA.
Yeah, I just like both of them a lot. And I think it's about empowerment, particularly in the Black community,
Well, he critiques fame, love,
right?
false promises.
The boundary piece and her part in particular is like boundaries in relationships.
Yeah.
And love relationships, which I think is so poignant because a lot of the time, many of us in all of our life don't have those boundaries. So, and
Yeah.
boundaries.
It's-
For him, with the empowerment part, it's like pushing boundaries.
Yeah.
Or it's like more like holding boundaries for yourself to empower yourself.
He was amazing on last year with the Super Bowl too.
I think he's amazing. I saw them in concert. I saw them at the Prudential Center in New Jersey, and they were unbelievable. And the way they played off of each other, because she's so much more,
Mhm.
feminine.
Yeah,
let's say,
and-
for lack of a better word. And the crowds going back and forth was wild. There was one group of guys that whenever she came on, they'd sit down and we'd be like, seriously? But then there was this other great group of guys that were such a vibe because they were like so into both of them and knew every song, every lyric to every song. It was like so nice to see that because we were up there with dancing to Kendrick as well. I went with my nieces, my cousin, and Luna, and we were like,
Yeah.
it was just weird. These guys would just sit down.
Well,
I was like, okay.
All right. Well,
It's
that's
such a weird vibe, but they were amazing. They played off of each other well, and talking about Kendrick Lamar, he did win
he won the Pulitzer.
he won the Pulitzer.
Yeah.
And All Right is another anthem song, rallying and protesting against police brutality and systemic injustice in the U.S., particularly surrounding the Black community. And he's amazing.
Okay. Well, that one was a winner.
That was a winner.
So I threw out another one that you may not know. They used to be called The Jam. It's the Style Council, My Ever-Changing Moods. That's like a slick British, UK,
Okay.
it's got this sound, this quality that, I feel like I'm in the UK when I listen to them. I love this group. I really do. And this song it's a soulful meditation on personal evolution. It's political, emotional. It's got the aesthetic. It's just a cool sound. If you didn't get to it, please get to it.
I have to go back.
And it's also, it's political because it's a nod to potential nuclear war that he's talking about. I mean, it's, again, the artists are doing the talking. But yeah, please go back to it, listen to it. He was around the day of The Cure, Billy Idol, but they didn't have as much of a footprint as, maybe a Billy Idol would have had. I don't know, you remember their video, MTV. Maybe I'll go back to that. So now we're up to Harvest Moon, Neil Young. Gotta love Neil Young.
Yeah.
I just learned something too.
I guess I have to.
You gotta love him.
I mean, I can't deny he's an icon, right?
He's an
In the
icon. He
music
stands
world. I
up.
don't know his music that well I'm not gonna lie. I can't. But I've heard of him.
Yeah, well, it's fine. You don't have to have known everyone, and maybe you'll take, you'll listen to it later. But he's also someone that, uses his voice
Right.
for people that need help. He calls out government. He calls out politicians. And something interesting trivia, maybe. I just saw that Daryl Hannah and him are an item.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's cute. I like
yeah.
that. I feel like you and my brother-in-law, Father Constantine, have so many
Mm.
parallels
Oh, well, give
in
him
your
this
music work.
playlist.
You guys are so, yeah,
Or
he
maybe
loves.
Father Constantine, if you're listening, introduce
You guys would
Olga
really, he has
to.
tried. He has tried plenty. Um, yeah, but you guys would totally vibe. Maybe we'll discuss it over Christmas.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, anyway, I think mostly everyone knows Neil Young, so he's not a
Obviously.
surprise. I know you, and you would
Yeah.
hear all his music and you'd recognize it. But Harvest Moon, I don't know. It's just a favorite in the family too. Our family
No,
loves
in
that song.
Harvest Moon, the Harvest Moon I know is the one that's pathetic, but it's
Hmm.
like the more modern
I would
version.
sing it for you, but
It's
oh
na
yeah,
na na
the
na
cover's completely different.
mm, mm,
It's
mm,
not
mm,
this slower
mm, mm,
beat.
mm. Yeah.
And now we're on
The
to
lyrics are
the
beautiful.
lyrics are beautiful. And he's coming back to his activism. He was out there with Willie Nelson and a lot of other groups. Dave Matthews, John Mellencamp,
Who's it in
or
like
Farm
live,
Aid.
right?
Farm
Farming.
Aid, Farm Aid,
Yeah, yeah.
Farm Aid, yeah. Lauryn Hill. We both love Lauryn Hill. I wish she
I
would make a
love
comeback.
her.
I wish she'd make a
I love
comeback.
her.
Killing Me Softly. You were talking a little bit earlier about you dissected that song
I
in a
did.
way that I didn't. I mean, I love it. I love the sound of it, but you
I just always
brought some
thought it.
clarity to me about what were you saying that
Yeah,
she's watching someone sing.
right. I always thought it was a love song, like just a straight up love song to some dude. I thought it was something to do. I mean, obviously she wasn't the first person that wrote it. It was, I mean, she redid it.
Yeah, Roberta
Flack.
Flack.
But most of her album, right, was after a lot of heartbreak.
Hmm.
Or things happening in her relationship at that time with like Ron Marley, her breakup from the Fugees, etc. And then she puts this song on there. So even when I heard it with Roberta Flack, I just always thought it was a love song. Then when I was researching it, um, it was talking about how the artist on stage,
Uh-huh.
the viewers watching it, and they're killing the viewers
Softly with the song.
the strum of the guitar. They're like, you must have read my letters.
Yeah, so the
They're expressing
singer
this,
was,
saying what the
what they were
person was
feeling.
going
I
through. Yeah,
mean, similar to what we were talking about Taylor Swift being able to write these songs for
right.
people. Yeah, I didn't know. I'm going to listen to it again
Yeah, very cool.
for that piece to be able
This
to
was
pick
cool
about.
too. That's what I liked about this exercise almost that you sent me. That you were like, let's do this. Because at first I was like, like
Mhm.
playlist. It was cool to be able to research a little bit more about these songs and these artists.
Absolutely. And I think we're going to trade this off a little bit and you're going to send me over a playlist. Maybe send me the one I wanted
I
years
don't
ago.
even know what it is. I have no idea.
Okay, so now we were into this, the Marias. I love the Marias.
The
This is a new
Maria.
song they released, Nobody Knew.
Okay.
They have a soft, almost I think a sensual quality in this particular song. They're mixing Spanish and English, and it really works well together. I'm not going to give much to it in terms of because I haven't spent that much time. It just kind of popped up on my feed. I heard it. I loved their music. I used to play some of their music when I did more yoga, teaching it with my playlist. So I knew about them for that reason. And yeah, I'm going to listen to the song a little bit more too. Green Onions, Booker T, and the MGs. I know. Who are they? When you play this song and it's all instrumental, when you play the song, you've heard the song. They've used it in many, many movies. The first time I recognized it was in the movie A Single Man with Colin Firth, and Julianne Moore is in there. She plays a British kind of socialite, and the song comes on, and it's just this groovy, like they're doing the twist to it, and it's just got this beat,
Green
and it's
Onions.
just a fun one. I just threw
Right.
that in because Again, back to soundtracks. I love the Single Man is worth listening to, by the way, the
Okay.
whole soundtrack. The Clash. Should I stay or should I go?
Mhm.
Should I stay or should I
It's
go now?
iconic. I mean,
Yeah.
an iconic song.
Yeah, I love The Clash. So this reminds me of when I was wearing motorcycle boots, dating this guy in LA, and I don't know.
Trying to
So,
figure out what.
yeah, well, I don't know. Just on a date, I felt cool being in LA. I felt cool being in my motorcycle boots, and I felt cool listening to The Clash. All in one. All in one.
I remember the first time I heard this song, it was actually with Father Constantine. We were
Here we
in
go.
a convertible. Oh, we had a Saab convertible at the time. I remember
I was in a Saab
Yeah.
convertible. No,
driving
not a convertible.
driving to the city. It was like me, him, and my friend Sarah Noon, who was from LA, from the
Yeah.
Valley.
Ah, the Valley.
And they put it on and they were like jamming. And I was like,
What
this
is this?
crazy that in my 20s,
What is
I
this?
had no idea what this was. And I was like, this is so good. I
Joe
was like,
Strummer. Joe
maybe I had
Strummer.
heard it, but then just hearing it in the car in the convertible was such a vibe. It was great.
You know, I heard our friend Matt was on
Mm-hmm.
NPR years ago, and that was one of his. Well, I don't know if he talked about that particular song, but the Clash in general. And I guess he knows Joe Strummer, so
Right. He's big
um,
into that
yeah,
genre.
yeah. Matt did a whole breakdown similar to what we're doing on his favorite music.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Well, he has
yeah.
a-
It's probably still on there if you
Yeah.
can Google it. I'm skipping over a few. Okay, so you know you'll find some music on there that I didn't really touch upon, but just understand. Some of my favorites: Hallelujah, Hallelujah, Leonard Cohen.
Beautiful song.
So beautiful.
Hmm. So beautiful for all.
The right reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very spiritual, religious.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Yeah, it really is.
Probably one of my favorite, songs for that type of music.
Yeah, well,
Listening to it in the church, like I feel like every year they sing at our church, and they have
mm,
somebody sings it. I know Xanti's sang it before, I believe.
it's a hard one
but
to
it's
sing.
it's really beautiful.
I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of people
Yeah.
have sung it. Bob Dylan.
Mm-hmm.
And there was someone famous that made it a hit, and I don't remember his name at the moment. But Katie Lang sang it. I think in 2018. I saw it during the pandemic. PBS had a special because Leonard Cohen had died in 2016, and so they did a memorial to him, and so Katie Lang sang it and just, as they said, made it her own.
Knocked
So
it out of the park.
yeah, listen to that cover. That's a good one. Bono sang it before too.
Mm-hmm.
They have a lot of people. I mean, the song, like we said, doesn't get old. It's iconic. Just captures so much. What'd you think of Suffragette City? David Bowie. Come
Yeah,
on.
it was cool.
Yeah.
It was cool, funky.
Mm-hmm. This was his glam rock days.
Yeah.
So it would have been fast, and people are listening to it. It's a fast beat. He's got that rock swagger, Ziggy Stardust, all of that.
80s, right?
Mhm.
That 80s
Yeah, even
feeling.
more, even slightly 70s, I think.
Okay.
I threw in some opera too with Maria Callas. There's two of them to select from, or maybe one. Maybe I just took off the one.
I love opera.
I do too.
I love opera. We should
Yeah.
go. We
Yeah.
should go.
I mean, Madame Butterfly,
Beautiful.
yeah.
Beautiful. I feel like I saw Madame Butterfly years ago, but I would 100% go. And Maria Callas,
Maria Callas, who is
I
Greek.
need to listen more. Another Greek. We always have to announce when somebody's Greek. That's what we do. I need to listen to her more. I had the chance probably to hear her many years ago
Mm.
at St. John the Divine. My parents were
The-
doing an event there, and I showed up with a skateboarder and left.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
the
Like some
youth,
skateboarder getting some money from mom
the
and dad.
youth,
And
the
bye-bye.
youth. Watch her documentary. There's a documentary that's out on her.
I feel like
There was a
Yeah, is that on
movie.
now? Yeah, yeah,
There was
yeah.
a
Okay.
movie. The documentary's
Right.
better, and you get to hear her
Right.
um, and see her. She was
Hmm.
so stylish,
Right.
and her whole. She had a sad life.
I've heard that, yeah. I know I really, this
Mhm.
is one I am definitely going to research. I will tell you that much. I am, especially her being Greek, a woman,
Yeah.
beautiful voice. I want to look a little bit more into her than I have.
We're going to flip over to REM. It's the end of the world. It's the end of the world.
It's the end of the world as
As
we
we
know
know
it.
it.
It's the end of the world as we know it.
I
I feel
feel.
fine. Na 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 na. Right?
I've been playing this since 2016. Every time I pick up something or I see something in the paper, this song comes back to me. It's kind of
Haunting.
haunting
Haunting at this
story.
point.
It starts with That's Great. It starts with an earthquake, birds and snakes and aeroplanes, and Lenny Bruce is not afraid. I have a hurricane. Listen to yourself churn. We're going to see if we can get Olga to
Yeah.
speed it up a little bit and give us one or two lyrics through there. What do you think? You
Yeah.
up for it?
That's a lot of pressure. Slash and burn, return, listen to yourself turn, lock them in uniform, book burning, blood letting. Wait, blood dieting. No, bloodletting. Every motive escalate, automotive incinerate. Light a candle, light a motive, step down, watch. Nah, nah.
It's
Whatever.
the end of the world. So, yeah,
What?
so, and this is just sparking a little thought about politics for me. And
That's
yesterday
a
was a
shock.
big,
We always
yesterday,
come
I
back
know,
to
we always
that.
come back to that. Yesterday was a big day. Mondani made a visit to the White House.
Right. I saw. I
Yeah.
saw everywhere.
I mean, it was the right thing. I was saying that when he was going, it was the right thing to do. He needs to, we have to figure out how to work together, even with people we don't agree with politically. And miraculously, they came together with,
He charmed him.
he charmed him, but there were also, we talked overlap a little bit earlier about our music. There was an overlap for the two of them of what they felt was important, the values, helping people, affordability. Trump was right there agreeing with
I
everything, and it
know.
was great to hear. Now, let's
I know.
we'll see how long that lasts, but that was a great moment.
Yeah. I just when I hear the word values, I just don't sorry.
I know,
I don't
I
subscribe
know, I
to
know, I know what you
certain
do.
I don't subscribe to certain people having values. But anyways, we can get like because I could go on and on about
Well,
that.
and you know what,
And maybe he does have values, but maybe they're just not aligned with mine at all. So whatever.
well, the values that he was agreeing to yesterday were certainly something that you would agree to. But again, I agree with you. We just have to see how long this lasts, and hopefully it will
Yeah, I
last.
just don't know that I trust it, but that's
But
fine.
well, time will tell. He did say he could live in the city with Mondani,
Right.
that he would feel very safe. And they both had a great point of view on crime and helping out the police and having the right protection.
But ICE wasn't discussed.
ICE was not discussed.
Right.
And that's what that may be the most important outcome of their meeting, because as New Yorkers, we're not exempt from the president's wrath. In fact, he's probably looking at us a little bit closer. And where the president or the regime or the government, this administration has sent ICE out, we were, on the list, and we still may be. We
We
still
are.
may
I mean,
be.
there's ICE all over the Hamptons.
Well, I guess I'm talking more about the National
Yeah.
Guards, bringing in the National Guard
Hmm.
to places that are so, crime-ridden places. Um,
Well, that's essentially
Mondani,
probably what
yeah,
right
he
why
went
he
out
went there.
there to have
Right.
some agreement that the city is doing well, that he's going to do the right thing for the city. And Trump said that he would do what he can to help.
Hmm.
So I guess that means the National Guard's off the table. We'll see.
I know. You're so positive about this. I love it. I don't
Yeah.
trust it at all.
I'm
I
getting
don't
to a
trust
point.
it at all.
You and I are always talking politics, and I want to have optimism. I want to have, are
Hmm.
we turning the corner? And I'm going to say this, we'll be talking later on about another topic, the fourth turning, that's too long to get into. But as we are in this catastrophic place, um, how do we get out of it? What are the tools? Who are the people? I think the Pope is one. And who knows, maybe Mondani is another one. That's, an example of, the direction we should be headed. And maybe that'll,
I think the Pope for sure.
absolutely. He just met with
I think
four transgender,
I think
was it
5
five?
trans women. Yeah,
Amazing.
I love
Amazing.
that.
He's doing this purposely.
I
I mean,
love
he's
that.
out
And then he's
there.
just speaking about immigration constantly.
Yeah.
I love. Yeah.
Maybe
I'm
we should
hoping that
find
this
a song
happens.
and
Yeah,
dedicate it to him.
yeah, yeah.
Listen, there are a few songs that we've left out or I've left out. Florence and the Machine, her latest song, Buckle Up, or Buckle, it's just called Buckle.
I gotta listen to
It's
it. I used to
really good.
love her stuff.
It's
Yeah.
really, really good. I mean, the first moment, it came out, and like the first
No.
5 seconds, first
Mhm.
note, the first 5 seconds, I was like, wow, okay, I'm going to be listening to that one. But
Okay.
anyway, I hope that this playlist will introduce some people to new songs, to new artists. And, when they listen to music, think about what the artist is messaging. And yeah, if anyone wants to send us over some playlists too, we'd love to hear them.
We're
With that.
starving, so.
So thank you so much for listening to this.
Thank
Music is
you.
magic.
So one thing about our space that I think is really cool is that we usually have music playing.
Always.
Yeah, downstairs, all different kinds of
Mhm.
music, and meaning our space, Flock 5 Pillars Yoga. Upstairs,
Well, upstairs is based on the teacher.
yeah,
Downstairs, it's whoever's sitting at the desk is the DJ.
yeah.
So, yeah, we get a lot of different sounds coming from the bottom space, and I think it's great.
And
Again,
speaking of sounds, we do have a lot of, if anybody is interested in sound experience, we do host a lot of sound experiences at Flock, meaning there's usually like a practitioner there. Sometimes there's some light movement, some restorative style yoga and yoga. And then sometimes there's just like a straight up sound experience. So check out our website for more information on that coming up.
yeah. And speaking of sound, maybe we should close out with the sacred sound.
Um, See you guys soon. Be well or not.
What the Hell Are We Well is a community engagement podcast brought to you by CEA Media. Stream anywhere you get your podcasts. And you can follow us at arewewell.podcast on Instagram and at flock.5pillarsyoga on Instagram. Make sure to check out our yoga studio and upcoming programming at flocknyc.com.